watch this thing, but it's too many isolated events, and I'm not sure like, oh, how is this connected to this, and how could it like, bro? It is too much. It's too much going on. It's like random. It's randomness, and I'm not right now. I'm just. It's not. It's not making. It's not setting up to be like a good movie. I'm not like. I'm not necessarily. It's still. I'm low key kind of bored with it, and it's not. It's not nothing. Anyway, let's see. I'm just trying to give you like the quick little next few minutes about what I saw. Mind you, it like I might even I'm gonna probably forget a little bit in the third. I'm gonna just hit the little main parts, I guess. So he gets a call. So the last thing was he was paying, the lady, but he didn't really have all the money for it. And so he goes from there. But in the middle of that conversation, he gets a call. It's from his mom or whatever, and he drops down like like against the wall, just and slides down. Like he gets a call from. He's like, whatever the news is. Then it's like a funeral. So he walks in and somebody's like, it looks like him. He's like, I'm not him, like or whatever. And so it looks like so he walks down, everybody's quiet. And what if it's the funeral, if it's the showing, what I guess it's just a showing, whatever. He walks down all slow and he gets up to it, he puts a piece of paper, like a paper plane, inside the casket. From the little face thing, kind of sort of looked like him. Whoever's in there. But it's not exactly clear about who it is. Like it looks like it maybe possibly is it a brother or something. Then it cuts to him like sitting in a room. He's like sitting in a room, like I guess a room that he grew up in. Or him and his brother, maybe. I'm just kind of sort of assuming. They're not saying certain things, so I'm just kind of sort of assuming that the person in the casket was his brother. And so from there, I'm assuming the person in the casket was his brother. They kind of sort of looked like whatever. He got a call from the mom, this and that third. So he's sitting in the room, and then the next guy, which I'm assuming is his father, he starts talking to him about some opportunities. Like, yeah, you can go to Stanford. We can get you. I talked to such and such. We can still get you into Stanford, and it can be this and the third. They had some little conversation about like Australia, Singapore. Like he was somewhere else in Singapore or Australia or something. I don't know. It was weird. Is this what I'm saying? Like this shit not really making sense, bro. Like and this whole bunch of like little random stuff. So, but like basically, the dad walks in. If I had to make an assumption, I'm assuming that's his dad. He walks in and he said something about I remember Singapore was one. So I'm like, what the hell? Singapore got this to do with what's going on with Singapore? I'm not sure if he said Australia, but he said something else when he said Singapore. I'm not sure if he said a city in Singapore. I don't know. He said something like that, and then after that, what goes from there? No, he's having this conversation with the dad, and the dad's like, you know what? Do whatever you want. And so basically, the dad is basically like mad that he's not going to Stanford or not taking this opportunity. He's like, do whatever you want. You do whatever you want anyway. So, but then he stands up, Shia LaBeouf. He stands up to the father and he's like, one day I thought I could come in here and I won't feel like a stranger in my own house. And so, mind you, he was just struggling with like he couldn't pay his rent. You know what I'm saying? So, but when he says that to the dad, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift. When he says that to the dad, then dad's there quiet for a little bit. And then the dad tries to like give him money, but he was like, I don't need your money. And it's like, okay, but you couldn't just pay your rent just then. So why are you talking like this? And then, so from there, what happens after this? So he has a conversation with the dad. It's the funeral part. He has a conversation with the dad. And then after this is where it's like stuff is like picking up. But like I said, like it's a whole bunch of isolated events, and I don't know why they're showing certain stuff. So from there, it goes to this other scene of a lady and her son, and she's trying to look for her car keys. And so she's trying to remember, okay, I did this, and after I did this, I did that. And the little boy's like, oh yeah, then you did that, and you did this. Like, so she's trying to find her car keys. Her car keys ends up being the refrigerator. And apparently, I think like they was waiting on the dad for something, but I don't know what happened. The dad just never came or whatever. But then they get to like the little train station, and the dad's there. He's like, "Oh, you didn't think I was gonna miss the big send off and this and the third." So whatever's supposed to be going on, like they're putting their son, and the son plays like the trumpet or whatever. So they're putting him on a train, and the dad ends up meeting them there. Um, and he sees the boy before he whatchamacallit. You know, the boy's excited to see his dad. So like those are little things. The boy is excited to see his dad, even though the mom may not like the dad. The boy is still excited to see his dad. Saying he has a positive, like feeling towards his dad, you know, type of thing. Um, and so the little boy gets on the train. The mom is like telling him all this other little stuff. You know, this is the only time you get to eat snacks, so make sure you eat your snacks because you just had that boom boom. And make sure you shine and da da da. She's saying all this like stuff, and he's like, yeah, mom, we'll be at this time boom boom. Little boy gets on the train. I don't like now. So now I'm watching this movie, so I'm also thinking like the little boy. He don't look like he like a teenager or nothing like that. So it's like, oh, you just send this little boy on the train. I don't know what this ain't there. I don't know if it's a field trip. I don't know what. I don't know what this movie. I still don't know what this movie's like. You know, you can look at a movie like this is in New York, this is in California, this is in Florida. I still can't tell you where this movie is being shot at right now. They got trains and stuff, but I'm just not sure about X, Y, and Z. Then the little boy gets on the train. The dad goes to say something to the mom. She save it, don't even. And she walks off. So the mom walks off. But again, I don't know. I don't know who that little boy was. I don't know the mom. I don't know the dad. I don't know why they like it. Just that scene just happens. Like I don't know, right? It guts from there. So then, mind you, Shia LaBeouf. I still don't know his name. He was talking to the dad, and the dad tried to give him money or whatever. He denied it. He walked off. And then for some reason, right? So like, mind you, nothing really else has happened, right? So why would you then just go to the ATM? This shit is so random, bro. Like it's about to piss me off. Cause I'm trying to like, I done started this movie and now I'm 17 minutes in. And it's like, okay, you can just abandon ship. You don't have to finish it. But for me, my mental is just like, just finish the movie and this and that third. But like, I don't want to quit on it. But I'm like, yo, son, why like, it's really random like stuff. And I'm like, yo, son, it's not making sense right now. Like, and you kind of, you know how you just like, okay, this don't gotta make sense. Like, why are y'all showing this? Why y'all showing this? Like, I don't know nobody's name right now, bro. I'm feeling really uncomfortable watching this movie right now. Like, I don't know what it is, like, about me or how this and the third, but like, right now I'm uncomfortable because I don't know nobody's name. I don't know why anything is happening. Everything just seems isolated and random. So then this part, like I said, nothing has really changed. They only showed him at work one time. And when he got off, he did not have the whatchamacallit. So I don't know if he was waiting to get paid because he did go to the ATM. He did go to the ATM early in the movie. I'm still early in the movie, but still. He went to the ATM already, right? But when first time he went to the ATM, I guess he had not got paid yet. He's at like 17, he had tried to pull out $100 and it said insufficient funds, right? He goes to the ATM. Like, so mind you, this is after the whole train thing. Like after this one lady puts her son on the train. I don't know who they are. And then they're just it's like, you know how like basically because the way I'm trying to what you guys like, all right, there is uh the foreshadowing, right? Or the little things that they're trying to like show you, like, oh, you can tell like this mom and this dad, they're having issues, they're not together, you know, the father is late to this and the third, boom, boom, boom. They're emphasizing that. But the kid still rocks with the dad. Or Shia LaBeouf when he's talking to his dad, like for some reason that his family done fell out and you know, I mean he gets a call from his mom, but he don't really just whatever he has a bad relationship with his dad. Like, I can pick up on like the little foreshadowing and this and the third, but like I just told you, I don't know nobody's name. I don't know, and I'm not. The beginning of the movie started in some Arab country, and they blew up some guy. This has nothing. I don't know. Like nothing is connected and nothing makes sense. Nothing is connected and nothing makes sense. But this thing is kind of sort of like getting me anyway. So from there, um, okay, when I went from it went from there. Oh, so I didn't know why. The next time they show him, he went back to the ATM, right? But this time, when he goes to the ATM, he has like $751,000. So it went from like mind you, I don't know what is going on. These are just random. It's to me, it's right now. It just seems random. He goes to the ATM. It has $751,000 in it. I don't know what button he pressed, but then all of a sudden money just started coming out. Son, for me, I was on some like, okay, I'm not sure what button he pressed, but like it started pulling out a whole bunch of bills, and whatever button you press, then you should probably know what it's about to do. So when it started pulling out all this money, you should have been ready to put the money in your bag or something. So, but he trying to put the money in this and third, and the money just falling over. He give one lady he give one lady a bill or whatever, and he keep moving. So then he leaves. So he gets all this money from the ATM. He goes back home. The one lady, like I said, like I'm not sure exactly. I'm just gonna call it a duplex. But the one lady, the little lady that he supposed to pay rent to, Wachowski. Wachowski is I know Wachowski is from Monsters Inc., but I don't know how to say her name. I I saw it on the screen. It starts with a W, ends with a ski. I'm calling her Wachowski for right now. So she's like, "Oh, you got all these boxes, all these boxes." And he's like, "Who they for?" She's like, "Well, it gotta be for you. It ain't gonna be for me." And so she put all these boxes in his house, right? She said that, and then he was just coming in, and he was like, "Okay, here is money for rent for this month and next month." So he just paid rent for this month and next month. Then he gets inside and he closes the door, and there's a whole bunch of boxes, and that's where I stopped the movie. Cause I'm just like, what is going on? Like nothing is making sense, and I'm not even talking like in a good way. Like these nothing is like extraordinary or not. These are regular mundane things, and I'm just like, okay, why are you showing this? Why are you showing this? Who is this person? Who is this person? Am I supposed to keep track of these people? Because like mentally, like you like, oh, okay, maybe I need to like focus on this person. I gotta lock in. I'm gonna need to know this person's name. But then like you're going through this whole thing, like I just said, I'm still calling him Shia LaBeouf. I don't know his actual name in this movie. And me, I usually like, okay, it's such and such who is Shia LaBeouf. Like I'll say the whole thing. Like I'll say, but I just still don't know his name. And every other person, basically no other person besides the Latin lady, and I don't even know her name. I'm calling her Wachowski, but still, I don't know nobody else's name. I'm just like, and I don't know why this happened or why this happened. Why'd you have this random funeral? And I'm just not getting like nothing, no premise of the movie. Like I don't understand. I'm really confused watching this movie. And then so outside of that, like I'm not all the way totally engaged. I'm watching it. Well, I watched part of it, and then I started scrolling, and then I started posting stuff, and then from there, the scrolling and the posting, and then went back to watching it, and then it's like I was supposed to like again like trying to get to take my 10 minutes at a time, like watch it for 10 minutes, then talk about it for 10 minutes. But like I sit here and tell you like I just sit here and told you like these things that happen, but they're isolated. So that those type of things like with my brain, that's why it's like I had to stop it because I'm like, bro, I'm supposed to remember this, and it's like they're not connected. So me be trying to get my recap, it makes it a little difficult for me to get my recap because logically the things that are happening aren't making sense. Like it's not like, oh, this happened, which led to this happening, which led to this. These scenes and situations are independent of each other, and they're not necessarily connected to say like, well, this would cause this or cause that. So me trying to keep track of the event so I can talk about it is just it's throwing me off. Like it's different random stuff, and they're isolated. So that was one, and so it's like it was low key kind of pissing me off. I was like, bro, something else just random just happened again. Stop. I just gotta stop the movie. I just gotta stop. I can't keep doing this. I can't do this, sir. Right now, this movie is not registering with my brain. I am not. My brain is not a fan of this movie right now. And then it hasn't had anything as far as like good script writing. Like I know it's just corny. It's just generic, and I'm not sure whatever. And I'm trying to give it a chance. I done gave it 17 minutes. I done gave it 17 minutes. I'm like at this point, like some things will like okay, it ties it back around, and this ties into this. Right now, everything is isolated. Like they haven't connected one thing yet. Like you know how they show you something, and you're like, oh okay, okay. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that at least that gives my brain some type of like resolve. Like okay, they showed this, they still ain't tied this back to this. There is not one thing I can sit here and tie it back to outside of he had to pay rent once, wasn't able to do it, and then he ran and went to the ATM again. And he hasn't been to work since, so why he keep checking the ATM? I don't get that. It's the littlest things, and they're not explaining nothing. I don't know nobody's name, and this is 17 minutes in, and I had to just stop. I had to just stop. Um, this might be one of the first times, because usually, why am I even watch this movie? Because I heard it was good. I heard it was good, man. The comment section said it was good. Well, I had never watched iRobot, and iRobot wasn't one that was just like it wasn't like it was an okay movie. You know, it was just an okay movie. It aged well, but the scripts and this and that, like there was nothing that was gonna make it like great, but for its time, it and what it can speak to now, it looks like oh well, hey, look at what it was saying then, and look at where things are now. And so, but this movie popped up in that conversation, and so I don't know where. Like there was, like I said, it was one mention of the Big Brothers watching thing and this and that, boom, boom, boom. Again, the book, 1984. Now I never read the book. I just heard about it a lot, and so that's another thing with this. I'm like, okay, I don't know what the technology piece that comes into really with this, like, and like I said, everything's just these isolated events. So I'm still trying to like give it some more time, but right now, like it has jumbled. My brain is like jumbled because it's like should it? Cause you like it's the thing like if you're trying to keep track of like what's happening, and this and there like right now I can't say like oh okay I do remember this happened and that's why you had to show this or that's why you had to show that like now this movie came out in 2008. I don't know if Shia LaBeouf just had a third, and I'm like, why is he in this movie? Because you know, like, I know Shia LaBeouf for Transformers, robots in disguise. I know. Hey, okay, robots in disguise, or are there robots in the skies? Yeah, so all right. And then like low key, I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm getting a little bit sleepier. So I was like, I need to watch it. Not try to like keep track of something right now. I don't think my brain is ready. I think my brain's a little whatchamacallit. I don't know why that either. Like you can see, like I'm already kind of sort of just like ready to just like wrap this up, wrap it today. I'm just go ahead and just chill out, max out for the next little bit. So we're currently watching Eagle Eye. Now, how much longer? Uh, I don't try. I try to finish stuff. I try. But right now, like I said, this movie's not gelling, and it's not really pulling me in to the movie. You know, that is that's a skill. That's a thing. Like you can watch some, and then it's like, oh, you just wrapped in it, in the world of it, in the thick of it, and like I don't for some reason. So these are the cinematic elements that escape me sometimes. Like I can talk about it and I know that like okay, this didn't do it, but I can't but I'm not sure why or how. why is it not exactly capturing, like, yeah, like I'm in the throes of it, like I'm in it, you know. Um, I don't know, like, mm, I don't know. Those are the things, and that's why I look at it from a certain stance on some, okay, um, if I can call it out, like, but also for me, I would like to be able to say, well, here's like a pivot. Like I did it with the movie scene. I mean, I did it with the scene where they blew up the guy. Like I was like, okay, here's a way you could have showed this a little bit differently, right? The angle that you showed, the area, the viewpoint, the vantage, the perspective you had, it didn't really, do it as far as like, whatchamacallit. Um, and even like I didn't mention like the conversation. I just said he baited his friend into betting more, but it was one like hearing the conversation, it wasn't, that's a time, like at the poker table, that's a time where there is something quotable that could have been said or done, you know? But I'm sitting here looking at it and I just kind of knew that I knew what he was trying to do and like, oh, okay, like, and but the little story he gave and told wasn't exactly like, it wasn't cool. It wasn't a cool quote. It wasn't honest. It wasn't, so I'm just like, mm, this is what you decided to spend that with? Like, this is what you decided to, like, put there at the poker table? Like, and it actually was supposed to work on the guy, like, for the guy to, like, fall for it or something? Like, it just wasn't, whatchamacallit. So, I am trying. But right now, this movie is not gelling with my brain. And, like, the other part, I want to, excuse me, I don't know where some of this stuff, whatchamacallit. So I also want to, like, so for instance, just like, come up here and just do my lot, and it's like, all right, well, it gives me something to talk about, it gives me something to talk about. And then like, so like in my head, I go back and forth, like, okay, sometimes I don't care to watch something right now or this and that third. So like, it gives you something to talk about, and then at the same time, just being able to sit here and just sit here bored. I don't have nothing to talk about. So like, that'd be a thing. Like, okay, I don't got nothing to talk about, so I'm just chilling here chilling. I was like, okay, let me just watch this and have something to talk about. And I don't know. And then just sitting through and going through stuff that you don't like either. Like as an actual movie critic, like you're not gonna like everything that you. As an actual movie critic, you're not gonna like everything that you sit down and watch, right? So, but it is a matter of being able to do that though. Like you're gonna have to be able to sit through it and watch the whole thing. So I didn't got it. I didn't gave it after. I didn't give it 17 minutes. I didn't give it 17 minutes. But, mm, there's that one movie I want to kind of. I don't need to watch it again, but there was that one movie. I think that one did a decent job of throwing you in to the movie and wrapping you up in certain things. I don't even remember that movie. That's wild. I don't remember the name of it. I know where I watched it at. I know who I watched it with, but I do not remember the name of that movie. Mm, dang, bro. I don't remember the name of that movie. The only reason I was thinking about it because it's like once it starts, it's like this little conversation, and like that pulls you in. Like, oh, it's not that. So okay, it's like I don't know. Like continue to watch the movie now. It gives me more to sit here and talk about. And then otherwise, I just haven't seen or done. Like, no, I was posting stuff, but nothing that else to like for me to talk about. So it's like continue watching this. It give me something to talk about, or just sit and have nothing to talk about. But I tried for the day. Let me give myself.